Hey guys, welcome back to the Chew with Rew. We're back with another recipe episode. Today we're grabbing the Kevin Napier bobblehead and I'm going to show you one of the greatest low-carb marinades that you can make for any chicken dish. We're taking it over to Grandma's house after we grill it up and it's going to be a great evening. Let's get it started. It's the Chew with Rew. Okay, so one of the things that's hard to do on a low-carb diet is to stay on a budget. We all know that the best things for low-carb are those meats, those proteins, and sometimes those can be the most expensive things you see at the grocery store every day. So I've started to use a whole bunch of cheap meats, and my favorite of those is bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. I picked this up. This is 5.6 pounds or so of chicken thighs, and I got these at Sam's Club for 98 cents a pound. So I can feed my entire family for just a little over $6 by the time I pay the tax on this chicken. It's going to be a really good eat. To make this marinade, there's a couple of options you're going to have because making a marinade at your house can be whatever you desire. Alright, so we're going to start the wet ingredients first. In here I've got a ½ cup of olive oil, a ¼ cup of lemon juice, and another ¼ cup of soy sauce. I've got those mixed together and ready to go. When it comes to the dry ingredients, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, you need to get out the fanciest stuff on planet Earth. You guys know I love this. If you've watched this channel for a while, I love me some Grey Poupon. Always brings me back to those old commercials where the fancy people, do you know what I'm talking about? In the comments, would you let me know if you remember those old commercials for Grey Poupon? Seems like it was a fancy guy would drive up next to somebody and say, "Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?" In the comments, would you let me know if you remember that? Is it just a me thing? Is it just something I remember? Or do those actually exist? Give me your comments down there.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
So we add 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Any brands is fine. Coop's is also good. To that, we're going to add our seasoning blend. Now, for me, I like to mix things up when I grill. And so sometimes I will make my standard rub, which I'll put down there for you guys in the comments. But I also received as a present a whole set of these I Spice World flavors from my mother-in-law.
Thank you, Mom.
And I really enjoy these. We tried them all on a bunch of chicken, and the Southwest seasoning I think is going to go great in here. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of my seasoning. If you'd like, you can use 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 4 teaspoons garlic powder, and 4 teaspoons onion powder. It's a great flavorful recipe, but for me, I'm going to give this one a try. As long as you have 2 tablespoons of a chicken-friendly rub, it's going to work for you every single time. So drop in 2 tablespoons. Be sure to check that carb content for those of you on the channel that like to stay low carb, which is what we do here. If you want to check that out, make sure you're checking the carb content because sometimes these rubs will have sugar in them, which really leads to some high carb content. Alright, we've got the wet, the dry, they're coming together. This stuff smells this stuff smells so good. Why don't they have smell-o-vision? Come on, folks. What do you think, AP? Give it a smell. Ooh. Kevin Napier, anybody remember this guy, number 55? Kevin Napier pitched for the Royals during my youth. This guy had the funkiest windup. I still remember going over to, like, you play at a friend's house, right? And you'd be playing catch in the backyard, and everybody would try to be different players. I remember trying to do the Brian McRae stance, you know? And then you try to throw like Kevin Napier because he threw so strangely. Like, he came over the top really strange, and it was just a fun way to pitch. He was one of the best pitchers for the Royals. I remember him and David Cohn being on the same staff, and they were just a phenomenal group.
When you're a horse, this is what you do. You close out games.
And it's over. Kevin Napier finishes as he started with a strikeout. 9 on the game. A complete game 4-hitter.
I also remember he was one of the first players I remember that had like a, I don't know, it was like a controversy around him because there was a year where he hurt himself and the Royals claimed he hurt himself doing something funky and he claimed he like fell out of a chair on his porch. I really don't remember what that was all about, but as a kid I remember thinking, oh no, can you trust Kevin Napier or not? Because the Royals were saying one thing and he was saying something different. Alright, we've got our wet and our dry, we brought these together. We're going to place all of our chicken into a bag. A Ziploc bag. You can also do this with, we have one of those like food savers. You know what I'm talking about? The little like things that vacuum seal. You do this if you don't have time for it to marinate as long as I'm going to ask you to, which I like to have this thing marinate at least from the morning to the evening. Give it a good 8 hours. Anywhere from 2 hours on and you're going to have the flavor you want. But if you can get it into that food saver and really ziplock that in, up to 24 hours I would say, you could do this one night and then have these the next night and they'd be just fine. The lemon juice in there is going to break down some of the compounds in the chicken and you're going to be good to go. Alright, this all fits. 5 pounds will fit right inside one of those Ziploc gallon bags and you'll be ready to go. Let's dump in this marinade. Then we're going to get this into the fridge. We're going to get this into one of those glass pans and we're going to flip it over every couple hours to make sure every little point of this thing gets marinated. The juices get into all that chicken. Give it a rub, set it in, and we'll be back later this evening and we're going to cook this stuff up on the grill and we're going to take it over to Grandma's house and have ourselves a fantastic meal for only $6 for the family, y'all. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so I've had these bad boys in the fridge all day long, flipping them about every 2 hours. If that's something you can't do, just make sure it gets mixed up real good and make sure, because you want even coating on all of that chicken. We've had this marinade on, gonna go fire up the grill as hot as can get my instant read meat thermometer, and we're gonna cook these bad boys up to 165. Let's get it going. All right, so here we go. We got the grill set up hot. I like to set these ones up with one side super blaring hot. This side I don't even have it on at all for me to move those chickens as they start cooking a little bit down. Got myself my tongs ready to go, as well as my instant read meat thermometer. That's all you need, guys. Put it on the grill, get it thing seared up like crazy. And let's just keep cooking these. We're going to cook them to an internal temperature of about 160. When we hit 160, we're going to pull them off because they're going to go up 5 degrees and they'll be ready and beautiful. We're going to pack these up after they're done cooking and we're going to get these over to Grandma's house and have ourselves a fantastic dinner. Alright guys, we're pulling these bad boys off. Basically what I do when I get ready to pull chicken off, I always check each piece individually. One of these instant read, this is a Thermapen. This is exactly what they use in restaurants. These are worth it. It's a Thermapen MK4 thermometer. Not a sponsor. Come on guys, why don't you sponsor me? I love your stuff. Stick it right into the fattiest part. Once you get to I'm at 159. I'm going to take this bad boy off, put it off of the grill. It's going to cook, it's going to heat up just a little bit more, up to 5 degrees over that at 165. These boys are perfect. Again, I'm going to cook them just a little under because these are going all the way to Grandma's house, which will give them plenty of time to cook up all the way. Really love the smell of this chicken right here. Really loving the smell of this chicken.
Over the river and through the woods to Grandmother's house we go.
All right, Grandma, we made it all the way to Grandma's house. She's making her Chew It Through debut. She watches every episode. Say hi, Grandma.
Hi.
You have to say something.
She's gonna say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. All right, let's try this. This is the chicken. This has been marinating all day long. This is my marinade. I hope you like it. I made the marinade so that people can add their own spices if they want to, like certain pre-made spices and stuff.
So if I take a bite and don't like it,
just lie. It's the internet. No one cares.
then you will you zap me out of the?
Yes, I will. You're not going to say that though.
It's good.
Isn't that good?
Delicious.
0 carbs in that completely. And the best thing about this chicken, well, any chicken, you can't afford to buy meat at the store right now. This is 98 cents a pound. And even the boneless, skinless chicken thighs is like $3 a pound. So for 98 cents, all of us are eating dinner right now. Our family of 4 plus Grandma, family of 5, less than $6 for this chicken.
For the chicken?
Yeah, for the whole family. Isn't that good? I didn't have to ride all the way here in the car too. It's really good when it's fresh off the grill. Good stuff, y'all. It's Grandma approved. All right, thanks.
Delicious.
Yep.
Yum,
So,
yum.
make yourself this recipe in the down below in the show notes. You'll see the recipe for this can't miss marinade for chicken. You can use it on any cut of chicken, whether it's chicken thighs or you got the full quarters, whatever you guys want to do. Cook it up on the grill, cook it up in the oven. Either way, it's going to be awesome for you. This has been another low carb recipe from Grandma.
Delicious. Try it.
Make sure you like, subscribe,
like it.
Leave a comment down there. Tell Grandma she did a great job on the show, everybody. Let's see that in the comments.
Bye.
I almost forgot Kevin. It's like a movie. Why are the dogs so annoying? I'm literally outside making the Chew With Rew, watching the Chew With Rew. How do you do? Good job, Lily and Mago.
Add 1.5 cups of peanut butter.
It's videoing again. Why is best choice Rew approved? Because I'm cheap, I guess? Yeah, we know. Oh my gosh, I just got marinated on your shoulder, dude. Oh my gosh, it's disgusting.